Uh, I find that sadly there's some confusion about this topic in the church, but could you, as briefly as possible, speak specifically to the idea of socialism? Mm-hmm. Like I said, sadly there's some confusion over it being the more Christian way to do things.
Sure. Well, notice first of all, in light of last week, that socialism is an ism. So something's being deified there, something's being idolized, right? Something's being lifted out and given a greater significance than it should have. There is a social aspect to human life. We're in relationship with people. Socialism takes that to a particular extreme that begins to actually take away other people's freedom. In that there's a collectivism, every form of collectivism emphasizes the group over the individual. And this is the problem, one of the tensions that I talked about, that non-Christian philosophy is unable to resolve. It's one of the, how do you have unity in the midst of diversity? So socialism says, well, we need to coerce that unity in a form of collectivism. And we will break the commandments and we'll steal. And if the state does it, it's justice. So if the individual steals, we call it theft. But if the collective steals, we call it justice. So the Bible is concerned for social harmony, social liberty, social freedom, and it's concerned with charity. So the Bible has an answer to biblical law has an answer to the issue of poverty, and generosity and so forth. And the answer is not socialism. So to keep the answer brief, pick up Mission of God, and I think you have already, and I deal in several chapters with the issues of socialism and Marxism. I think what we have to be mindful of is that when we reject socialism, we are not rejecting care and love for our neighbor and love for God. So what does compassion, charity, love look like? Paul the Apostle says in Romans 13, love is the fulfillment of the law. It's not the violation of the law. So socialism isn't love. It violates God's law. But we do have to think about what it means to care for our neighbor, and God's law helps us with that. Next question.